Good day, viewers. You are welcome to the Law TV, your number one fantastic reality TV that gives you all that it takes to be enlightened on trending news, such as politics, entertainment, sports, and what have you. If you are new on this channel, kindly click on the subscribe button as well as the already subscribed. So please don't forget to drop your comments anytime I drop new videos. Thank you. Ciao, ciao. Trending news. It is better we split in peace than through war, Igbo leaders said. The leaders spoke on the banner of the Igbo think tank group, Igbo Leaders of Thought, ILT, led by Professor Ben Nwabweze, San. Notable members of the group include Professor Chinweyite Ejike, Deputy Chairman, Professor Elochukwu Amuchezi, Secretary General, Evangelist Elliot Ugochukwu Uko, Deputy Secretary, Igwe Alfred Achebe, Senator Anyim Ude, Professor Uche Azikiwe, Mrs. Maria Okwo, Chief Chukwuemeka Enyenso, and Obi Thompson, and among others. In a 4-paragraph communique of the session dated August 16 by Professor Nwabweze, which Vanguard got weekend, the leaders urged the federal government to restructure the country urgently to avert disaster. Its Sekiri leaders of thought distances self from meeting to endorse Atiku. The ILT spoke as Evangelist Ugochukwu decried the rape and murder of 67-year-old Mrs. Pat Ugu in her farm at Nchatancha, Nike, Enugu State, and other killings by criminal herdsmen, adding that Igbo had been pushed to the wall. However, while Afenifere agreed with the ILT, the Arewa Consultative Forum ACF disagreed. The ILT communique read, the Igbo leaders of thought in a full session in Enugu a couple of days ago deliberated extensively on the state of affairs in this country. It felt deeply concerned about the slide of the country down the drain into the abyss of anarchy. Nothing seems to be working. The Igbo leaders of thought had drawn attention earlier to the total unacceptable Ruga settlement scheme, the selective fight against corruption, the daily slaughter of people all over the country, the arrogant and murderous behavior by herdsmen, the insolent inland waterway scheme, the nepotic lopsided appointment into inner cabinet and all other sensitive positions, the total neglect and abandonment of the infrastructure, the assault on the judiciary, among others. The Igbo leaders of thought reiterates that Nigeria has become a failed state. It has failed to discharge the primary responsibility of a state to protect the lives and property of its citizens and to cater for their welfare. The Igbo leaders of thought calls for immediate restructuring of the country and calls on the federal government to call up the 2014 National Conference report as a guide for such restructuring. As our one-time president, Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, once warned, it is better we meet and decide to part in peace than to fight and slaughter ourselves. We have been pushed to the wall. On his part, Evangelist Ugochukwu Uko, who spoke as founder of Igbo Youth Movement, IYM, and Secretary General of the Eastern Consultative Assembly, ECA, warned that the country was inexorably heading towards the path of avoidable bloodshed on account of the activities of some herdsmen, which is said has got way beyond what is condonable and tolerable. His words, the brazen rape and murder of 67-year-old Mrs. Pat Ugu in a farm at Nchatancha, Nike, Enugu State, few days ago, is simply put unpardonable and unacceptable. Traditional rulers, priests, and community leaders seem to be preferred targets of choice. These expansionist demands of deaths are schooled by their sponsors and masters to hunt. It has finally become clear that these warriors and their protectors are simply implementing a careful, choreographed and jihad of intimidation and conquest. General Theophilus Danjuma screamed, "They are being protected by the military and security forces." Killing of policemen by soldiers in Taraba confirms soldiers could be compromised. Confession of arrested culprits that helicopters dropped guns and ammunition for them in the forest simply completes the horror script. We have been under siege for 4 years now. Ekweremadu attack. I didn't suspend my medical checkup in Germany. Ojikalo. The helpless community now have no other choice than to defend themselves or perish. The days of endless endurance and era of trusting the security agencies to protect our people are over. The herdsmen brought war to our land as part of a larger agenda of vanquish and dominate. The ferocious incursion into a farmland and homestead with rape, beheading, amputations, and general terror is the age-old, well-known trademark of these expansionist warriors for centuries. Our people are clearly in trouble. The obvious inability or deliberate lack of interest, or both, by the government of the day to rein in this vermin has already resulted to lack of trust between our leaders and the masses, who are incensed that politicians are not doing enough to protect them, as seen in the Nuremberg jamming incidents. No herdsman has been arrested, prosecuted, and punished for the orgy of blood letting they have visited on the land within the past 4 years. Is there a deliberate ploy to weaken our region by cleverly turning the masses upon our political leaders? Our governors are glibly titled chief security officers, whilst the entire security apparatchik is consciously placed under the stronghold and control of a particular region and section of the country. The conspiracy theory that a scheme to weaken our region by turning the masses against politicians from our zone by deliberately constraining them through centralizing the entire security architect under Northern Muslim, while naming them chief security officer just to cast them as weakling and traitors against the interests of their people, is fast gaining ground. Thank you for listening to this news. Viewers, please don't forget, your comments and ideas are highly needed. Don't forget to leave your comment behind. Click on the subscription buttons as well as the bell buttons to receive more updates. Thank you.